te kore he whakakitenga. Ka ngaro te iwi.
All around the country and all around the world, you've got closed boardrooms full of old white men. But when I look at the issues, I don't think trying to change the mind frames of people who are older and are stuck in their ways is worth the resource or the energy. I think putting my energy into young people is the key. Ko Tamatha Paul tōku ingoa, a huri tēnei no Ngāti Awa me Waikato Tainui hoki. I tipu ake au I Tokoroa, engari I noho ana au ki Pōneke I Noanei. I'm a Wellington City councillor, which means that I am a local politician, which is crack up. My responsibilities are for the central city. I chose to run for this area because it's where all the young people are, where all our rangatahi are, where all our tauira or our students are. And I've just come off being the president of my university, which is dope because I'm the first person in my whānau to go to university. I'm from a place called Tokoroa, and Tokoroa is a small-ish rural town in the central North Island. Very big Cook Island Māori community, a big Samoan community, big Filipino community, so lots of different cultures there. You're dealing with a town that has been neglected by every system that's been put in place to help people. We've got like decile 1 schools. If you're in a low decile school, they're not lining you up for uni. There's a lack of jobs there, a lack of support services, and for that we get a bad rap in the media. Everyone outside of that town is telling you that you're destined to be a statistic.
Uni is really stressful for everybody. Doesn't matter how rich your family are or where you come from. If it isn't your studies, then it's your finances. And if it isn't your finances, then it's your health. But what are we actually going to do about it?
Being the first person in my family to go to uni, I could see all the barriers there were to education. Barriers that stem from it being a very Western institution that makes young brown people feel like they're stupid or that they're not good enough when really it's just the institution that hasn't grown at all over the last 100 years. I was like, maybe I can remove some of those barriers to people like myself. Leading an organisation at the age of 21 taught me a lot of things and gave me a lot of tools. I wanted more because in my mind, the tertiary student population is still overwhelmingly quite privileged, but actually it's the people that aren't in unis that I probably care about more. It's the people that my parents call themselves the working poor, so they work full-time but they have no money. It's people like my family, it's people who are incarcerated, who have been screwed over by our justice system, screwed over by our courts. So I did a big campaign. That was like my first taste at, what a campaign's like. My interactions with the council, I felt that my voice as a rangatahi wasn't being valued.
Over the last 3 years, I've worked with communities and organisations to create real grassroots change for our beautiful city.
I felt the issues that we cared about were seen as irrelevant. That's why I wanted to run.
I've worked on sexual violence prevention campaigns like Don't Guess the Yes. I've helped bring in public funding for young people's mental health support services.
5, 6, 7, 8, let's end the wait!
It is the collective hope that we, as students, want to learn in an environment in which mental health services are accessible and in which we all feel comfortable talking to one another about how we're feeling.
I thought I could win because the frustration that I felt, I knew other people in the community were feeling it as well. And I knew that there was an appetite for change. Because I had a team of probably 40 or 50 people who were just like, yeah, I'll give you a Saturday, I'll give you a Sunday morning, I'll go knock on some doors for you, yeah, we'll do that. Went to events on events on events on events, talked, so much talking, and then October, cracked it. If I had to make one decision right now, and I can make any decision, I think what I'd do is I'd take cars out of the central city and I would just only let it be used for public transport, biking, walking, e-scootering and stuff, because there's way too many cars and that's where the majority of our emissions come from.
When we look at older people in those sectors of government or councils, they don't currently understand what rangatahi are going through. With Tam sitting in those positions at those tables, you have kind of faith in a system to be able to comprehensively understand what we're going through, as well as finding solutions that will actually work.
Good, how are you? We're here at the Vodafone Event Centre in Manukau, and there's lots of rangatahi here who have been brought together by Te Taurāwhiti, which is the Māori Language Commission. And so we're just here for a few days exploring our reo and exploring what it's like to be a rangatahi or a young Māori person in Aotearoa. My life kind of started when I went to uni, so I went to Victoria University down in Wellington, finished last year. This year my job has been the president of the Student Association at Vic, so what that pretty much means is head student of Vic, so it's like a full-time job. And then I ran for a seat for Wellington City Council in the central city and was able to win it.
It's a real honour to have Tamantha as a part of our lineup of speakers. Her energy, her story and her passion in terms of commitment to the kaupapa are exactly who we want our rangatahi to see.
Māori make up 15% of Aotearoa's population, but we make up over 50% of prison population, and for women, we make up 65% of the prison population. Anyway, we're going to learn how to fix all that, don't you worry. We know that rangatahi are the ones with the best experience and knowledge of what our solutions should be like. So just trying to draw that out of them, but most of all, just trying to have these rangatahi go away with a feeling of empowerment, like they can go home and start working on issues that they care about. Although this world seems to be guided by systems that serve a particular type of person and big money, there's like a glitch in the matrix, and that glitch is the people. I thought that change happened in the beehive, but really, when you get down to it, the real change happens in the communities with the people, because the common experience in New Zealand is not the one represented in Parliament. We need normal people, everyday people in positions to change things and positions of power, like teachers, nurses, people with a criminal record, people who have been members of gangs before, people who didn't go to uni. We need real people being our decision makers.
Kaore e tāia te pānoni I ngā mea katoa ka tūtakina. Engari, e kore e tāia tētahi mea, te panoni kia tūtaki rā anō.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.